Hi, welcome back. And oh my god, what a faff fiddle about to get here. I'll just wait for people to come back. I've decided to go on StreamYard because I went through YouTube and it didn't work. So here we are on StreamYard because it works a lot better. And as you've noticed, I've got myself all in a little fluster. Hi, Chris. Yes, I'm back. I won't be going through YouTube again. There's me getting all excited, like, yay, I can go through YouTube now, I've hit 1,000. No, I won't be doing that. I'll stick to StreamYard. Hi, Trisha. Are you all right, darling?
Hello.
Hi, Wendy. So today, we're going to talk about this pack I got last week. It didn't say what was in it or anything, and I tried guessing, but I was way off. So we're going to go through what's in it. I can't tell you which one's which, but we can have a guess. Hi, Jen. Things aren't good here, just getting the day going. Oh, well, that's good. So we've got all these here, and the list is here. I had to actually go onto the website to get what could be in it. Yeah. So there is a mix of merino, Shetland, bio nylon, banana, pineapple, a stellina blend, and a mulberry silk blend. Now I'm not even sure. That feels like merino. I think I said that last time. That could be a nylon, but I'm not sure. Should we open it? Yeah, that's a nylon. And the reason I can tell is because it looks, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks man-made. It doesn't look like sheep. Whereas compare it to this one, we open that up, put them together. I don't know if you can tell difference on camera, but that one's definitely nylon. I'm getting there, Trish. Thank you. I've now got fibre all up my nose. This is going to be good. You're going to tell us about plant fibres. I am, yes. That one's Shetland. I can tell that by the feel of it. So we've got merino, we've got Shetland, we've got nylon. But it's going to be a bio nylon, obviously. I'd say that were a merino, but a different micron. So I think that's a finer merino than this one. So that one's probably 21 and that one's probably 23. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You just never know. What's this one? This one's a bio nylon as well. So we've got a plum and an orange in bio nylon. They look cool together, do them? I like that. So we might do. And then this one. So do you think this one could be the stellina blend or the merino, the mulberry silk blend? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. That's a mulberry silk blend, because you can see. I don't know if you can see that shine. That bit going down in the middle. Should we see if we can open it up? There's not very much mulberry silk in it, I'll give them that. I've been tight with it. So there's a tiny bit of red mulberry silk running through that. So that's what they call a blend. Not for me. It looks the same from here. It does. I agree. But it looks near enough same up close. But yeah, that's the only bit of silk that we are getting in this, and that is that red running through it. So that's what they call a mulberry silk blend. I'd have had more mulberry silk in it if it were me, but well, hey. Hi, Maribel. Yes, I think that one is meant to be watermelon, Chris. I think this one's a Shetland again. It feels like Shetland, like that red one. So we've got 2 Shetland, 2 merino, 2 bio-nylon, 1 mulberry silk blend, which means this one should technically be the Stellina blend. Technically, whether it is a different matter. If we can get into the bugger. Let's have a look. Oh, you go on there. I'm assuming that's the Stellina blend, but I am not sure at all. See, as pretty as these are, I don't like spinning them like this. I have to break them up and take each colour and separate them because I'm odd and I'm weird. Hi, Reggie. You all right, sweetheart? Do they give you ideas for use of such small quantities? No, they don't. Me, I'm going to make them into Rolags or mini bats. Not sure yet, but I'm going to blend them up, which is why it's called Let's Chat Fibres and Blend, because you're going to help me decide which ones to blend together. And we're going to go for it and we're going to try it out. Hopefully next on the 3rd of September, this little bag will be filled with minis that we've done and a set of fibres that go with the minis. Fibres will be for the spinners and the minis will be for the crochet and knitters. So we can all have a go with it all. Right, now these two, I cannot tell you which is which. One's banana and one's pineapple. What I can tell you is the banana is made from the actual banana branches. They strip it down, they take all the white fibres out of it, and it goes through a process. With the pineapple, which is the biggest herb, I didn't know this until the other day, but yeah, it's the biggest herb, and the fibres are made from the leaves, which is all good. And I want to eventually, because I did go to order the full pack of different types of plant fibre, but it'd run out. So I've asked them to message me when it's back in. And we're going to do a sample of spinning each one on its own and seeing how it dies up. Because I have no idea about plant fibres other than bamboo. Bamboo is my all-time favourite and I've never really deviated. So it's now time to try some new things. And if I can, I'm going to start a vegan line because there's plenty of vegans out there that like to knit and crochet and they've only got acrylics. So now there's plant fibres out there. So we can try it all out. Hi, Belinda. I love that you can blend your own fibres. Oh, thank you, Reggie. Yay for plant fibres, I agree. So, yes, we're going to mix them together, Chris. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to try. I'm going to save those two, though, because we're going to spin them on their own, like I said. And we're going to do... Ugh, look at it all. We're going to do a little experiment on how they dye up and how they spin up on their own and stuff like that. So I am going to save those two. And if you remember the other week, let's see if I can get it off. I got like a mint choc chip, and it was called Mojito by Ross. Oh, I'm so glad you like them, Trisha. So this is what we got, and I did spin it up, and I did a nice thick single because it's got chunks of viscose in, so it's a bit tweedish. But I'm spinning that up. Hi, Petra! And then I'm also spinning up this natural tweed top, which is, you'll have to excuse the mess because I am sorting out the attic, turning it into a studio. So we've got things down here that will be going upstairs. So just excuse. But this is the tweed spinning up. It's a nice thick single, also with bumps and stuff in because of the viscose. So what I intend to do is put those two together. So you've got a mix of mint and natural. It looks good in my head. Whether it does when I spin it, different matter. If I don't like it, then I'll unspin it and I'll do what I need to do. But yeah, that mint green, it actually looks more blue than it is. More mint. And then that one. So, and the other day I tried out my new to me, Chris made me this lazy kit. It's so cool because I can fit big bobbins, little bobbins, and whatever on it. So, hang on, let's just pop this back on here. It's not the perfect lazy kit, but it does what it needs to do. And the other day I finished Bab's Whisper Crochet. Her Shetland is now finished. So that's all good. We can sort them out for Bab. Do you know what? It was the easiest thing to make, Belinda. It was unreal. I did all measurements and whatnot, but I don't trust myself with a saw or a drill.
I did.
So I got Chris to cut it all and drill it all, and I put it, well, I'm going to put it together. So all is good. We like it. And this is a true 2-ply, which I haven't been able to do at any point because I've not had a lazy kit. So I've always plied back on itself, which is through the cake. But yeah, I am happy with my lazy kit. So right now upstairs on the Nano, I've got 3 bobbins done already. I'm on with a 4th, and I'm going to do a true 4-ply for the first time. And I will be plying it on lance because it's so much easier. So I think it's time to do some blending. I can use a saw and a drill. It looks so good. Go for it, because the only thing that I'm using is knackered old needles, knitting needles. They were bent and broken. I got them off Facebook for free, and I just bent the end and it goes through the hole perfect. And believe it or not, the hole's perfect enough to put 2 in, so I can do it from either side. So they go the crossover in the middle,
Hello.
like this. So the holes are big enough to fit those in as well. So it's all good. Until they've seen you, sweetheart. So yeah, I had to show you all about that because, you know, I love it. I'm proper in love. Everyone's saying hi, Hunter.
Hi.
If you remember the first time I was spinning on the Nano, I blended up some Shetland and some Merino. Well, these are the 3 mini skeins I got from it, and I have to show you how many they are. They're like just too cute compared to the big one. I don't know how much is in each one. I just think they're the cutest little things going. They're just so cute. I love them. So they're going to go in a giveaway at some point as well, because why not? They were my first true 2-ply on the Nano. So all good. So let's do some blending. Let's get you set up so you can watch some blending. And you can help me choose what colours I'm going for and what we're going to blend them into. Are we going to do a gradient of colours, or are we going to blend them all together? And I've even got some sparkle, so we can add some sparkle as well. And we can add some bamboo if we want. Oops, just knock everything over. As you notice, there is a mess on my table because I work in a mess. And this is only a little bit compared to what's going upstairs. So fingers crossed, within the next few months, you won't be seeing this corner. You won't be seeing outside. You won't be seeing my front room. We will be set up in a proper studio in the attic, which is all good. It's going to be a fruit salad with those colours. It truly is, because it is called a fruit basket.
But it's going to be dusty up there.
It won't, because I'll get it all sorted.
Or if I just inhale all the dust.
Right, so here's the blending board. I work on an angle. I don't attach it to my table because unless I'm dizzying off with the diz, can't even think right now. But yeah, unless I'm dizzying off, then I don't have it to the board, the table. I like to move it around and work with it. So I'm not going to use these because I want to strip them down into their own colours. So we'll pop them over there. Now, do we blend the Merino and the Shetland? So Shetland and Merino, which is orange and pink, red, and it's like a mustard yellow. You like seeing my spaces. Do you know, I get bored in one place, but hopefully once I get me studio sorted, it'll feel more like work, and I'll be able to just go up there, get done what needs doing, and work with it. And then we've got this beautiful nylon, bio nylon. I'm wondering if we blend them together, what do you think? Because we've got the bio nylon, which is just similar colours to the merino. So we could blend both them together and both of them together. What do you think? Merino, nylon. Yeah, right. Cool. So I won't need all this. I'm just going to take a little bit off. I'm going to start with the merino first. I'm going to put merino down then the nylon, then a bit of sparkle, then the merino again. And this is just how I'm going to blend it. Yeah, I can see oranges together as well. It's going to look cool. I agree, Chris. I won't need as much of this because, to be fair, I don't like spinning nylon unless it's blended. I don't know how Trish and Evie coped, because I find it really sticky, really sticky. As you can tell with where I'm yanking to separate it. I've got some silver stellina, sorry, Angelina to go through. Yes, yes. Oh, don't worry about it, Chris. I'm forever spelling stuff wrong. And you know, it is my phone because I go to press anything on the bottom row just near the space bar and it does a space. Or it just won't accept that I've pressed a letter. It's like, seriously, torture your head out. Right, so merino first. You getting yourself a drink, sweetheart? Okay. Ah, a spray of drink. Okay. I don't know where I've put my brush, so I'll just use that one. What have you done? You spilt.
Oh, like this jumped out my hand.
Right, well, just make sure.
I've got to do it again.
Just make sure you tidy up after yourself. That's all I ask. Sorry. What is the most luxury fibre you have used? I'm going to have to say silk. Silk and cashmere. I really enjoyed blending those together and then working with them. Cashmere is very short, so it took a long time to spin. I think I would be able to do cotton. Now I've done cashmere. I'm just going to add a bit more merino onto this because it's not a very thick base. And I'm sorry if my arm's getting in the way. Try to do it this way around. I'm not, to say that I am right-handed, I am not very good with my right hand when it comes to stuff to do with fibres. How weird's that? Even spinning, I think I spin left-handed.
Look at that one. It's got a different darkness in each section.
Oh, yeah, cool. That sounds delicious. It was delicious. When you add to the board, how do you know when to stop? I actually don't have a clue. I just kind of go with the flow. Chris. Sorry, I was talking to T other day. So I'm going to add some nylon. Which, like I say, is very sticky, so I won't add a right lot. And it all depends on how thick you want your roll lags as well, I think. Chris, I just kind of, bless you. I just kind of go with the flow and just, if it's thin, it's thin. If it's thick, it's thick. But I try not to overload my board. If I'm doing mini bats, then yes, I will load it as full as I can get it. But with Rolags, because you need to draft them out slightly, and you don't want them all tight and horrible, is the reason why I just try not to fill it too much, so then I've got some way of being able to draft it. Let's add some sparkle. Yeah. Only problem with Angelina, I love it to bits, but it sticks everywhere. Get on there. And then we're going to go back to the merino. I would say, Chris, it's all down to your preference of how much fibre you would like on your Rolags. I don't mind changing, you know, when you break your fibres up and you swap into another fibre. So say the other one's finished and I come on and I start spinning that together. I don't mind short ones to work with, because I don't mind joining. So if you don't like joining, add more to your board. Am I making any sense here? This is making me want to experiment with a blending board. I've only tried once, but I need to have another go. Do you know you can make your own blender? It is actually cheaper to make your own. If you get the carding cloth off Etsy and go and get a chopping board from, say, Poundland or B&M's or Home Bargains or whatever, you're spending, what, £2-3. So you can make a board for, I'd say, about £50-60 instead of spending hundreds on a blending board. I always advise anyone, if you can make it yourself, do, because as much as these people have a fantastic idea, it just feels like it's all, I'm going to grab that money. People are going to have to pay lots and lots for this. But yet you look at it and it's like, but that probably took you all of half an hour to make, if that. So, yeah. Sorry, that's my little whinge there. I am going to pop off and start. I am going to pop off and start a live before work. I wish I could do both because I'm watching. Oh, bless you, Petra. That's fine, sweetheart. You go get your live done because you have your daily lives in the morning. You're very welcome, Belinda. So I haven't got a lot of fibre on this, if you can see. It's not full or anything. It's about halfway. So I'm just going to turn this into one big Rolag. So it's more like a Rolog than a Rolag. And the way to do that is just to pull it off and draft a little bit, because we don't want it all tight. And I always release just draft that out a bit because I don't like them end bits. And I held that because I didn't want it getting really tight, but I'll still loosen it and we'll roll that on. In my eyes, Rolags don't need to look all pretty for the simple reason you're going to be spinning it. So I'll do a few more of them. How much does that weigh actually? Let's just check. Because if I'm using my nano for these, there's no point in having over 50 gram. 25 if you're spinning thick, 50 otherwise. Have you tried making Rolags on your drum card? I have. And I really struggle at the minute, Trisha, even with the plugs that I've got to stop it from moving. They don't stop it completely. I made a stand for my rigid hevel loom. It cost £13 instead of over 100. Exactly. If you can make it, Trish, Belinda, make it, is what I say. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it. It's coming out. So that weighs bob on 10 gram. So if I do 5 of them, yeah, I'll make you one in a minute. So if I can make 5 of them, then they'll go on my little nano, and we'll have an orange, pink, purple blend of merino, bio nylon, and Angelina. So let's make a couple more just to see if we can get 50 grams worth. Hi, love to crochet. Oh, I'm glad you're finding it interesting. I saw Trish do that a little while ago and thought it was neat. Yes. Trish is cool when it comes to blending it all up. I don't know how she copes with that electric drum carder. I'm looking at it thinking, oh my God, it's going too quick, but it's not, it's perfect. And it's how Trish likes to work, and she does it amazingly. I wouldn't be able to cope because, like I say, it's like, oh my God. Right, we want orange at this side, don't we? It's going too quick. I think I just like to be in control, if that makes sense. I'm a bit of a control freak. And when things start getting out of my control, I'm like, meh, no, I don't think so. Oh, a chunk, not a blend. Tell me hands are slightly sweaty because everything's sticking to me. And I'm really funny about how I put my fibre onto the board. There's loads of people out there that just slap it on, throw it on, doesn't matter how it goes on. And I suppose if you're taking it off and reblending it, it really doesn't matter. But like I say, I'm a bit funny. I've got to do everything neat. But if you want to go ahead and just slop it all on, you do that. You slop it all on and you reblend it. There is no rules whatsoever when it comes to doing what you want with spinning. If you like the yarn that you're producing, then you've done a fantastic job. Hi, Cindy. Did I miss Cindy? Hi, Cindy. Oh, is Cindy the love to crochet? Mary Bell knows everybody's name. Is that you too? It's got to go on perfect. You just got to do these things. Now, I do think I need some more of the orange and some more of the pink. And we'll get a little bit more put on. And then we'll do his layer of nylon and Angelina. And then we'll do the next layer of merino.
Wow! Your rockets has killed their own leader.
Oh dear.
Idiots.
Hey.
What, they really are.
I know, but I'd rather you didn't say that word.
Why? It's not
Call them
funny.
daft.
It's not.
Well, it kind of is. It's, how do I put it? It's not a very nice thing to say. I don't care if it's a game. I'd rather you didn't say it. Thank you. Good God, boys. A bit of purple. I do like the bio nylon colours, but I wouldn't be able to spin it like Evie and Trish did. It'd irritate me and I'd get mad with it. And to be fair, anything that gets me mad while I'm spinning, it's not worth it, because spinning's my little haven where I go to chill out and forget what's gone on during the day. Or if I need to think something over, I go to my wheel and sit and think. And you can't sit and think if you're getting angry with your fibres that you're spinning. Get off me. I love you, but you're sparkly and stuck to me. Get off. It's only problem because right now I've got calluses and stuff on my hands. And everything's sticking to me because my skin's hard and peeling there. And same with other calluses on my hands because of what I've been doing up in the attic. Yeah, it's just sticking to me. It's not good. They are very intense, I agree, Chris, these bio nylons. Those colours look so good together. They do, actually. I don't know what they remind me of, but I'm thinking sweeties. Need a few more thumbs up for our lovely Sadie. Oh, thank you, Mary Bell. Yes, don't forget, thumbs up, my beautiful, lovely, wonderful Fibre family. Do you buy any supplies at craft stores or all through Fibre supply shops online? Mine has to be through Fibre supply shops online because in my little town there is nothing for spinners. If I want anything, I have to travel a good 50, 60 miles just to go to a shop. So I tend to just order it online. I'd love to be able to go to a shop and just touch and feel and choose by the feel of it rather than by the looks of it. Yeah, exactly, Jen. We don't really have. Jen lives near me, yes, Chris. Literally 5 minutes or 10 minutes down the road. We still need to meet up, but with everything going on with this stupid COVID, we've just not had the chance. Right, I need to put another layer of the merino, and then we can take this one off. I wish there was a craft shop that we could get stuff like this from, but I have to travel to Addingham or Huddersfield or even the bottom of Wales for Wingham wool, which is why I think I like to process my own from sheep, because it is so much easier to get it from a local farmer for me than it is to travel and get from the craft shops that do sell it. Because even Hobbycraft, they do fibre, but it's mainly for felting. But even that's in Preston, so it's a good hour and a half drive. And I don't drive. I have to wait for Chris, or I have to get a taxi, and I'm not paying for a taxi to go up way to Preston. Because it costs way too much. About 60. Sorry, Hunter's asking questions as well. It is cool. Wendy's not that far from us either. Well, I say not that far. She's ages away. She's about an hour and a half away. But we love her. I am out in the sticks. I supply through the net, but I would love to see a walking fibre store. I agree, Chris. I'd love that, me. Closest to me is about 60 miles, yeah. It's something in the UK that not many people can get to. I would love to open a fibre store in my little town, but I know fine well that it's not going to sell, because I think there's only, 2 or 3 spinners in our area. So it's just a bit weird.
But look, you just said 102.
Did I?
Yeah, 102.
You dozy duck. I really need to sand these, because just there, they're just a bit rough on that one as well. I don't know if you can see it. They're just a bit rough. Danielle? Who's Danielle? I'm not sure. Oh, get this. I bought 3 fleeces from a shearer last week. You never know what you're going to get, right? First one now is a nightmare. That is true, but best way to do it, Chris, is because it takes a while to actually card it, comb it, and process it. I advise, rather than doing it all at once, the only reason why I don't do it all at once is because I have the room and the space to have it all out drying, and then I'll just shove it in a bag and I'll deal with it as and when. But I always advise, for your first few times, just do little bits. Yeah, just do like 100 gram or 200 gram in America, hang on, an ounce or 2. Just then you can get it washed, you can process it, and you can go, right, okay, I enjoyed that, but I don't want to do more. Or I enjoyed that, but I want to get it all done. Then you just know where you are and what you're going through. Hi, Hagar. I love you too, Wendy. You're a little cutie pie. It would cost us an arm and a leg, you're right. Oh, thank you. It is worth it. You are right, Chris. It's one of those. It's, yeah, little and often. Whereas me, I'm one of those that once I get my head on, I just get done what I can get done, and then move on to the processing. Because right now, I can only process outside, and it's rained for the past week. So I'm still on with the VFL Cheviot, but I have managed to get that done. These have been flicked, these locks, and they were full of scurf. And no scurf anymore, look. I'm too good, And I will blow my own trumpet on this one, because for the past 2 years, I have been trying to get rid of scurf, and I've got mad with it, and I have thrown it in the bin. I have thrown so many fleeces and so much beautiful fibre in the bin, all due to stupid scurf. But I persevered this year. I thought, right, I've got so many fleeces with scurf in it, and it is the weather, as far as I can tell. The weather over the past year or two has been enough for the sheeps. It's not even a word, is it? For the sheep to, one, end up in a stress state, which then causes something to go wrong with the fleece. There will have been in lamb, which also makes the fleece a bit brittle in places, depending on how long the fleece was when she went into lamb. If you get a ram, he will smell disgusting, but his fleece is gorgeous. I had to stop myself from swearing then, but a male fleece can be just as gorgeous as a female fleece. Try them out. I do. It's great. I love fleece. Oh dear, what am I like? I'm just catching up on chat, sorry. Jen's good. Heka's good. Those locks are pretty, they are, aren't they, Blender? I am well impressed. Yes, bright white flat of fluff. Bright white, gorgeous clouds of fluff. I could not get that out there, Wendy. Here's where it gets great, but looking through YouTube, I found someone said being a Gulf Coast with alpaca is stunning. Guess who has a dirty alpaca waiting? Get in, Chris. You can do it with alpaca. If you get one of these wash bags, I use these wash bags for everything. If you get a wash bag, put some fleece in that, because with alpaca, it is just dust. You don't get much lanolin in them. So just hot water, just leave it to do what it got to do for 20, 30 minutes. Remove it, some clean hot water, and then just keep rinsing until it's clean. Until the water runs clear. That's the word I was looking for. Good morning, Carol. How are you? So, yeah, I will be doing some more of these today. Just stretch that out. I will be doing more of these today, and I'm going to get them. Do you know, I might even give them away yet. I don't know. We might spin them. We might give them away. We're not sure. They might go into the giveaway fibre pack, and I might spin a bit up and do a mini for the giveaway as well. We'll see how I feel. We'll go with the flow. I just kind of roll with life at the minute because there's that much crap going on. Let's see. Right. So these are what I've been sorting. So that's how they started off. and that's how they arrived. They got finished. So let's see if we can show you the scarf. See if I've got one here that's... I don't know if you can see them. That's all. Let's see if we can just... Can you see them white bits? There. That is scarf. That is a pain in my butt for getting out. But, like I say, I found a way. I showed it on YouTube, and I'm not the only person that's happy to be able to save a fleece. Yay! Oh, look, we've got a poppy seed. I've got a tub of poppy seeds because I've got loads of yellow and orange poppies out in front. And me, like a divvy, left it on the table, and I had Hunter and his friend round, playing football, and it it got hit, and seeds went everywhere. So literally everywhere, and all I've managed to save is those. So there is still bits in there. If I've just gone a bit slow and funny, it's because my daughter's messaging me. Even though she knows I'm live, she's still messaging me. Do you know? What is the point? You tell someone some information and they're still... Oh, thank you. Do you know, that's been here since before we moved in. I'm glad you like it because I really don't, but that's because I can see it close up. It's not very nice because it catches the muck in these, and the only way to clean it is with a toothbrush. It's not good because when you do that, you take off the cream enamel. So then you've got white bits with cream, and I've just ended up going, do you know what? I'm not cleaning you anymore. You can stay like that. I'll dust you, and that is as far as I'm going. So that was fun. This was off Tracy. This is my Deathly Hallows. So that's off Tracy Irwin. Oh, isn't it cute? I love it. It looks like it's been there since before your mother was born. Do you know, it probably has. Because this room that I'm in, this house was built in Victorian times. I know it was Victorian times. It says it on end now. It's 1886. And this room was, how do I put it? The washroom. So above us, up there, would have been like a pulley system above the fire so that you could hang your clothes on it, and then you pull it up, and the heat from the fire, the open fire, would dry it. So I've got fibre. It's that nylon. It's horrible. Would be where it was, and then you've got your kitchen and then your front room and da da da. You just did a joke without knowing. Did I? Yeah. Oh. It would. Oh, right. You can paint it black. I could paint it black, but it wouldn't have gone with the room at the time. Although you see the red. The walls are actually purple. They were meant to be grey. I thought the colour was grey, and it wasn't. It was purple. It was like a lilac. Like, it really didn't go. Do you know, if I could, I really want to take the house back to its original state, but I can't afford it. I would love to have the wooden pulley back up. I'd love to have my original fire in there, open fire. I'd love to have the original open fire in the front room, as well as the 2 bedrooms, as well as the attic. The attic wouldn't have the open fire, but the 2 bedrooms would, and it'd heat the attic for winter, and it'd be amazing. Yeah, that'd be just amazing to put the house how it was when it was first built back in the 1800s. Yes, I probably am in the original Fibre room, Chris. I did that grey purple thing once with carpet. I thought it was great until it went down. Yep. I'll show you. It's not very nice. It's just red and purple like that should never be seen. It's ew, it's wrong, it's gross. It just shouldn't have happened. The light hit the nap and bam. Yep. I was standing in a purple room. I know that feeling because it was night time when I was painting. I thought, oh, it's a lovely grey. Is this? It's going gorgeous. Woke up next morning, come down and went, why is it purple? Chris, why is my walls purple? And he looked at it, except for he didn't just look at the colour. He looked at the what the colour was called. And then I looked up the colour that what it was called, and it was a type of purple. I was like, seriously? No, this isn't fair. I wanted grey. And I'd have been the first person to do grey and red when it was happening. But no, I did purple and red. Really? Bless you. The boy just sneezes all the time. So.
Instead of normal ones.
Go away. Why? You're a noisy boy. Are we going to do a little bit of spinning before I get off? Stop, please. Let's get some spinning done, eh? It won't be the pretty colours that we've just done. It'll be the tweed. The tweed. I'll just get it back in. There we go. Let's get you. The biofibres, yeah, I'm not too keen. So we're going to go with spinning this. Let's spin some tweed. What makes it tweed? Right. The original Harris tweed is Cheviot, and it makes it tweedy by putting in. I can't show you on this one, but I can show you on another one. What makes it tweed is those bits of fibre called viscose. That's how you make a tweed fibre. But if you go to Harris tweed, they only use natural nets. So I'll go on say anything. You get neps from your wool when you're carding and stuff. Well, the original Harris tweed has those added in. So they'll do a white or brown fibre, and they'll add white and brown neps throughout, so that it causes it to have a texture once it's all spun up and plied. And they tend to do a 3 or 4 ply, I think it is, with a Harris tweed. And it looks gorgeous when it's done. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's very, very warm as well. Yes, it's the nails, Chris. I know you meant neps. Yeah, so it's the neps that make it tweed-like, and the colours as well. So you can blend colours to be tweedish. You don't have to have the neps. It's just the way that it looks. Sorry, I've overspun. There we go. And it doesn't come out all nice and neat. It comes out in every which way but loose. I think that's why I'm enjoying it, because I'm not having to think. Although I don't think anyway, to be fair. You can pull them out if you want a nice, smooth fibre or nice, smooth yarn. It all depends on if you want a textured yarn, Chris, or if you want a normal yarn. It's not very often I do a textured yarn. I think that's why I'm enjoying the tweed at the minute, because it's not something I do. The majority of my fibre is all normal. I will spin that just as it is. It's just one of those things. I do prefer it combed or in a bat. I'm not one for rollags, which is why I'm doing plenty of rollags recently, because I want to try them out. I want to get used to them. I've always struggled with rollags, and I would like to be able to long draw better. I can do it, but I wouldn't say I was that good at it. Maybe it's more because I don't have control of what's happening, which is why I've got the tweed to stop that control of, because I have no control. It's literally, it does what it wants, how it wants, when it wants. And that's to get me out of being a perfectionist so that I can try other stuff. No, I didn't. I bought this one. I do quite often buy some fibres just ready to spin from World of Wool or Wingham Wool, and that's pure laziness on my part, because there are just some days or even weeks I cannot be bothered to card or comb or pick VM out of fleece, and I just want to spin, so I will just spin. We all learn the hard way. I didn't even know spinning was on YouTube to start off with, Chris. I saw someone doing it. I don't even know where it was. It could have been on YouTube, but it wasn't a spinner's channel. I think I was watching a history thing, and I was like, I want to do that. So I made myself a drop spindle. I went into the field and picked fleece off the fences and stuff. Found that I could do it and wanted a wheel. Got a wheel. Struggled and struggled and struggled. Found Evie. And then went from there. Once I got the hang of it, which wasn't, I say struggled and struggled and struggled. I struggled because I had a mini Castle flax wheel. I didn't have what I've got now. I had the Jackrabbit. I called it Jackrabbit because it went stupidly quick because the wheel was so small. Don't ever let anything discourage your journey, Chris. It's one of those. Take your time and just fall in love with your fibres. Get to know your fibres. I will say, when you're learning, the longer the staple length, the better, because then you can figure out the length of your staple and you know how far to draft. And do that with everything that I'm about to spin. So if I take that off, say this was something new, I'm like, right, I can't tell with this how long those fibres are. So what I do is I just get to the end. And as you can see, they are not that long. So if I were to, it's still coming apart there. I'd say the staple length was about 1 inch. And then those little bits of nets and stuff inside them, they aren't very long either. So to know my staple length makes it easier to spin. So I know that that staple length's about that long. So if I draft halfway through that, I know I'm not going to pull it off, if that makes sense. I've only been spinning from January using Jocelyn. I think learning how to draft is the hardest part. Yes, I agree with you there, Belinda. So once, if you do struggle with drafting, by all means, split your fibre as small as you want to spin or pre-draft. But I don't recommend it with this tweed because, like I said, it's only a short staple. So if we were to, this is going to be a lot thinner than what this is now, just because I've pre-drafted it. And me being me, are you ready? Look, it goes a lot thinner because I've pre-drafted it. But because I know I only need 1/2 inch to draft, if I draft 1/2 inch, I'm not losing my staple. Whereas if I pull it out too far, it'd go really thin. You see that bit? So. And that's how I figured how to get my draft right for whichever fibre it is. And if you struggle with remembering the draft that it is, if you have, let's do it on this, I'll just use this. If you have a bit of tape, say, put a bit of tape on your leg, that's where you're going to be drafting, and that's your staple length, say. So that's your full staple length. That's where you'll be drafting from. That's where you draft to. Don't go to this one, because that's the one. So you start drafting, draft to, don't go that far. And if you have that on your knee, you know, hang on, just put that up there. If this was actually stuck to your leg, it'd make it easier. But you know, if you're spinning from here, your hand is there. So we go to that one and we draft forward. Down to that one, draft forward. Down to that one, draft forward. Just make sure you don't go any further. I think I've got that right way around. No, it's that way around. So you're down here, you draft to there, you don't go up. It's easier to do it rather than to explain it. So yeah, you don't want to be going all the way to the top one, because that's when you lose where you are. So to bottom halfway, and you've got your drafting point for that fibre. But it is easier having it, say, what is that tape called? I suppose you can use washi tape, different colours on your leg, so you know to draft from, to draft to. Do not go to that third one, because you will lose your draft point. Pre-drafting does make it a lot easier if you're not used to it. Now I can't stand pre-drafting simply because I like to, I don't know, I don't pre-draft anymore. Hi Trisha! Can't stay because I'm working. I'll have my husband watch this on the weekend. Brilliant. Thank you. Now I know what I am doing wrong. Drafting over. Yeah, that's, do you know, that's all it is with most people, is because you don't know your draft. Let's get another one. This merino is longer, staple-wise. So say that's 2 inch. You only want to draft halfway to a third of the way, because if you go any further, it just loses it. It comes out and it falls apart. So you can spin those two, and it will be very fine, and you'll have a thick bit at this end, a fine bit, and a thick bit. And if that is what you're looking for, then spin it. Do a thick and thin, because when you ply it, you can make beehives with it. I've never tried. I do think they look pretty. I don't think I ever will try because I'm not an art yarn fan. Yes, textured, I have no problem with, because it gives something to the knitting. But because I don't weave, see, everybody has their own preference. I love watching people weave with art yarn, and I love how it turns out. But as a preference, I don't like doing it. My problem is I can't bring myself to waste fibre. So practicing with it, if I don't see what I like, it goes and it gets made into something else. Or I'll even, you'll all get mad with me here, but I have thrown loads of yarn in bin. So I'll start spinning, and I'm like, ew, I don't like that fibre. That's going in bin. And I've done that a few times, and it's simply because I don't like how it spins up. I don't advise anyone to do what I do. I am a naughty, naughty girl. I shouldn't throw it away. I should undo it. I should recard it, and I should reuse it. No. I'm a wasteful, wasteful, wasteful girl, because I am a perfectionist. And if it isn't to my standards, then it's out window, it's gone. I don't want to know what to do with it ever again. So I get a bit funny like that. Nowadays, I mostly spin one ply. Don't blame you. Loads of people love the singles, Geka. I can't knit with a single. It's too fine. It's too small. And because of the way I spin, usually it's way too fine. I'd be able to sew with what I usually make. So, yeah, I do like my 2, 3, and 4 ply. You're not a fan of art yarns either. That's good. At least I'm not the only one. You're right. I do only have so many minutes, but I'm too much of a perfectionist. That is my problem. If I'm looking at it, it's like this tweed. I have to keep saying to myself, this is how it's meant to be. This is how it's meant to be, Sadie. You've not done anything wrong, Sadie. This is how it's meant to be. It's how it's spun up. It's how it's meant to be. But then I'll look at it and go, it's got lumps and bumps all over it. It's not meant to be like that. But it is. And I know this. So
It's been an hour and 15 minutes on that live.
I know, I've done well, haven't I? Usually I've gone, hoo, 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 I need to go.
start doing longer lives. Reach past 100 subscribers.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I've technically passed 100 subscribers.
I know I have, sweetheart. Can I carry on with what I was talking about, please? Yeah, as soon as I've finished. Although you can make it yourself. You're not an invalid.
What's that?
Means you can do stuff for yourself. Put my body spray down. Don't. Right, I'm going to look away from him because he's going out of his way to wind me up. Have to go. Thank you for the fab morning. Hope you all have a great day. Bye, Belinda. You have a fantastic day, sweetheart. I keep watching out of my window for my Shetland. They're going to bring... Oh, Shetland. I love Shetland. Now, Shetland fleeces come from all different types. You get so many different colours. There's up to 20 odd different colours that come from a Shetland, although 11 of them are the main colours. Also, with Shetland, you'll find some quite coarse parts, some super fine, and some just right. They're a lot like the Goldilocks and Three Bears. When the bear goes in, he's got too hot, too cold, and just right. Well, that's how your Shetland fleece will be. You will have some that is too hot, some that is too cold, and some that is just right. I love Shetland because you can blend it all together and make it all perfect if that's what you want to do. Or you can have your hot part, your cold part, and you're perfect. Getting a white one. Ooh, I've got white, Morit, and light brown or dark brown. I think it's dark brown, light brown, and white, but the light brown's got a name. I think it's Morit. They are. Shetland is gorgeous. I love it. I do. I love Shetland, BFL, Perrendale, Polworth, and Rambouillet. Merino's good, don't get me wrong, but the hype for it isn't where it should be. To be fair, there is so many other fibres out there that are just, oh, lush. But nobody is out about them because Merino takes over everything. And I think that's because in Australia, the highest produced sheep out there is Merino. Same as Polworth. Polworth and Merino over in Australia are the top fibres. Same with New Zealand as well. I have just bought some Perrendale and these. Where's the other one? Falkland. I want to try the Falkland because I've never tried it before, so that's getting tried. And then my Perrendale, I love Perrendale. We all know I love Perrendale. This will be getting spun up naturally, and I'm going to dye it like I did with these minis. So if I'm going to dip dye it, I know exactly what I'm going to do, but it's having time to do it. It takes time to get whatever I need to be. Right, I'm losing my marbles. Hunter's wanting some food as it is 12:10. I'd like a brew and a cheeky fag. So I'm going to love you and leave you all. And I'm going to try and get back tomorrow afternoon. Don't look for me unless I pop up, because something could quite easily pop up and I'd have to go do something. Because tomorrow morning I've got to walk my mother-in-law's dogs, and I've also got an interview thing at 11:45 for an hour. It's just more into getting how to start my own business up properly. and make sure that I do the right things at the right time and blah, blah, blah. Because I've struggled the past 2 years. We all know this. I have my good month and then a crap 11 month. But we do this. Everybody's got to learn and we all get there. So I love you all so much. Whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night time, I want you guys to do what you love doing. And yeah, big hugs. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, beautifuls.